So, with the ending of Shadowlands being finally done after the two cinematics have resolved both Saval and Sylvanas, I wanted to talk about it because I did make a video about some of the issues with Shadowlands, and I thought it pertinent to just talk about it one last time. So, with this ending, I think what it does, it doesn't, I think, solve Shadowlands, the issues with it, but I do think what it does is it makes it better. Now, how I say this is that endings to anything, to any movies, TV shows, games, books, and whatnot, could either cement the greatness of something or to make it go, or to be its downfall. So, for an example of an ending that I believe taints a large amount of the other parts is, for example, the Mass Effect 3 ending. A lot of people didn't like it for obvious reasons, for good and bad reasons. But with that, it's then what do you do then? Because a lot of people understandably didn't really like that and felt that the rest of the Mass Effect series were infected by that ending and by that outcome. Because if it is poor, it feels quite useless to play the previous games. But if it feels great, then it reinvigorates you to continue playing the rest of the games, and to continue playing whatever comes after. And stories that have good endings, or stories that are bad and then have good endings, cannot save it, but it does make it better. And so for Shadowlands, I think this is the case. It's not necessarily particularly a great story, neither in the MMO medium nor in storytelling in general. But I do think that the ending doesn't save it, but does make it a lot easier to accept. Sylvanas, throughout this entire thing, hasn't really changed. She has acknowledged that she isn't the good guy, right? Through this entire expansion, she's like, I am bad. I just don't mind because what we're doing is good to me, and that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm trying to achieve. And that sort of thing is like, okay, that's fine. But which changes her isn't that, oh yeah, I see now, being the bad guy is bad. She still believes in what she believes. It's just the fact that she saw Saval as he was because Saval lied to her and manipulated her, which again is also a bit of an issue with Saval in general. But that sort of concept doesn't does still carry over. Sylvanas doesn't, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry, I'm wrong. She, hey, I did it, I don't care, do whatever, right? And that to me is a lot better than what they could have done, which made her like moping and whatnot about it. And especially because who judged her, Taronda, and how she dealt the judgment is really good as well. Because I think having her, instead of being this rage induced, I'm going to kill you or torture you or whatever, because what she did was a lot more, not only just fair, but also just a lot more in line with the characterization and the arc that she had throughout the Shadowlands. And I think that's good. It's the best they could have done with this story that they were handed. And yeah, that's that's as much as you can get from Shadowlands in terms of how well they did their premise and how well they did the story that was handed to them. Obviously, a lot more could have been done better, but if we were taking this realistically and saying, what could they have done here, then they did the best that they could. Sure. Anyways, and there's nothing much to talk about. I hope all of you have enjoyed your day, and yeah, have fun.